Let's play a round of Is It Friendly or Flirty?
Ooh, I like this game.
Our first contestant is Alexis. Alexis, can you tell me, does this sound friendly or flirty?
Hey, boys. Hey, how you doing?
It's an attempt to be flirty. I don't know that it's
That's
fully
correct.
there.
That was
You know.
flirty.
That's flirty and thirsty at the same time.
That is just cool.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Even worse, Brooke said that at her child's PTA meeting, so it doesn't look great for her.
I was talking to the second grade boys, Jeff.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
wait, what?
No,
Made it
not in a
worse.
flirty
Not-
way.
yeah.
Oh,
How is
God.
that your
No.
defense?
The thing is, one
What?
of our listeners
Dang it.
overheard her husband saying something
God.
even more suspicious and cringy than that.
Really?
And now she's
Wow.
wondering if she's just being paranoid or if something actually weird is going on.
Oh, gosh.
You're going to hear it in your brand new Awkward Tuesday phone call. That's coming up.
Hey, boys.
Okay.
Hey, how you
Uh-oh.
doing?
Brooke, control yourself. We're doing it right after this.
It's awkward. It's Tuesday. It's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
Ladies, if you're ever curious about what your husband or boyfriend is doing when he's not with you,
Yeah.
just slash his tires and offer to give him a ride.
Oh, what the heck?
Tire slashing is one of the pillars of a strong, healthy relationship.
Jeff.
As long as he doesn't find out you're the one doing it.
If you have a shared bank account, that's really not wise.
Okay. Brooke, your husband's cars are constantly in trouble, and you're saying you're not the one behind it?
That's
Just so you could spend more time with him?
That's just because I like to run the tires right up against the curb.
Yeah.
And because she hates his minivan,
That's
remember?
right. But now, our listener, Julia, didn't go that far as to
Oh.
slash her husband's tires.
So you're disappointed?
But she did give him a ride recently and apparently found out something very interesting.
What?
So interesting, she needs our help. So, Julia, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks, guys.
Hey, how long have you been married, Julia?
3 years.
Okay.
Tell us what's going on. Why'd you email us?
Well, I'm not real sure what's going on. I witnessed something, but I don't know fully what I saw or if I'm jumping to conclusions.
Was it aliens?
Okay.
Because I totally love this
Yeah.
combo.
You sound so sweet. It sounds like you're not upset. Like, I can't tell.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm worried, but I'm also just trying to be rational. I'm trying to
Okay.
not be like super reactionary, but I'm
That's good.
I'm freaking out a little.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
There it
Freaking
is.
out.
That was the voice that I didn't hear.
And
at
you're
the
freaking
beginning.
out with something involving your husband. What's his name?
Yeah. Okay. So his name is Harry.
Okay.
And a couple weeks ago, I took him to his hair appointment. We normally we have separate cars, so normally I wouldn't do that sort of thing, but his is in the shop.
Okay.
I offered to drive him because I saw it was on our calendar, and he was like, no, I'll just take an Uber.
I mean, that would throw up a little bit of a red flag for
Yeah.
me, but
Okay.
You're right.
Did
I
he
mean-
agree to let you drive him?
He did, and when we got there, he was like, we had in this big hurry to get out of the car, and I was like, no, I'm going to go in with you. I'm going to check and see if they have the hairspray that I use.
okay.
Okay.
He's like, no, you're fine.
What?
Just pick me up in an hour.
What?
Was it he like
He's acting weird.
he's like an embarrassed junior high
Yeah,
kid,
yeah.
you know, not wanting his mom to be seen.
Yes, that is what it was like.
Okay, objectively a little strange.
So I go in with him, and I'm looking, and they call his name, and then the stylist comes out, and of course, she's a gorgeous girl. I mean, she's just absolutely beautiful.
I mean, isn't it a requirement to become a stylist?
Yes,
I don't
really.
know one that isn't drop dead beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what you want. It would feel good to have somebody who's really, really beautiful styling you. You don't
True.
want like Rumpelstiltskin coming in.
My stylist has roots bigger than
I know.
mine. She's like, well, I don't know how to do my own hair.
We're going to chop this off like a tree.
Hunchback troll comes from the back. Let me cut your hair.
So
You
I
have
mean,
a point.
I would think it's okay. I
And
mean,
it's
Yeah.
normal. It's common.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is
fun.
very.
I
Did
kinda
that
just-
make you feel like a certain way?
Well, it was just very obvious that this was not the first time he's seen her, and they seemed very friendly and familiar with each other.
Well, I mean, it's a
Oh.
hairstylist. They're friendly.
I mean,
What-
they probably know each other
Well,
well.
Right.
There's more. There's
Oh,
more.
okay.
So as soon as she showed up, he was like, all right, you probably got to get going. See you soon. Bye. Like, he was literally
Dude,
shooing me out of the door.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
what is happening?
Okay, this is...
Huh.
Yeah. And
This is
so
sus.
then there's this partition, you know, like you come into the place and there's a reception desk and then there's like a partition.
Yeah.
And then on the other side is where all the chairs and all that
Yeah.
guys are.
Right.
I could
Totally.
picture
So-
that.
I walk around the partition and I open the door and I didn't go out. I just closed the door, like made it sound like I left. And I just kind of
sneaky.
hung out there for a minute behind the petition and listened.
What'd you hear?
And they were just laughing and giggling and flirting. And he was laughing like a moron at everything she was saying. And then she was laughing with him. And then she starts complimenting and like, oh, your hair feels so good. You've been doing so good at taking care of it. And
Not to defend what they're doing at all, but sometimes stylists will be extra friendly and extra nice in order to get a better tip.
I was
but that
thinking
still doesn't like dismiss her husband's flirting back. You know what I mean? That doesn't
or
make
his
it feel
weird
better.
behavior.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I understand maybe you have a little bit of a crush and there's nothing wrong with that. But to have been trying to get rid of me and not want me to come in, I just feel like that behavior is kind of sus.
I could see it would have been nicer if he had been like, hey, don't say nice things about me. I'm married, okay? Just cut my hair and shut up.
No, but normally, like a stylist relationship, that's the first thing you talk about is your significant other. It's literally the first thing that comes up. So that's not a good sign that that's not what they were talking about to me.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. It's been a couple of weeks, and it's just like I can't get it out of my mind. I don't know how to bring it up to him because I don't want to come across as super jealous or defensive, but it's really starting to eat at me, and I'm kind of getting scared about it.
Okay.
You obviously haven't told him that you heard stuff or you were there, right?
Oh, yeah, that she was sneaking around the
Well, I mean,
partition and listening in.
We should know before we help.
Yeah, it's a good point.
No, I did not. I did not tell him that I stayed and heard them flirting.
Okay.
So this is what we're doing?
Have you booked an appointment with that stylist to see if she's equally flirty and touchy with you?
That's a good point. Just talk about your husband the whole appointment.
I could just book with her and then tell her like some really bad hygiene habit that he has.
Maybe. But that's going to be step 2 in this process. Step 1 is getting our advice in a few minutes here before we let you make an awkward Tuesday phone call to your husband to ask what is going on between him and the hairstylist.
Oh, my God. Is he just going to tell you? It just seems crazy. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, Brooke, that all depends on your advice and if it's actually good for once.
Dude,
That's Brooke's advice. Get him to admit everything.
Yeah.
Next.
I just hope it's some innocent flirting that we're blowing out of proportion.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's best case scenario.
We'll find out when we call him and do your awkward Tuesday phone call right after this.
It's awkward. It's Tuesday. It's awkward Tuesday phone call.
After you get married, is there anybody that you are still allowed to flirt with? Brooke wanted me to ask that question. I'm not really sure why.
Maybe she wants an answer from her husband.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. Is it
I
like-
mean, there's a difference, though, between innocent flirting, like flirty with a cash register lady,
Yeah.
or like there's something else going on.
Well,
Adamantly flirting.
would you get
Yes.
mad if you caught your husband flirting with your Alexa? Is that crossing line?
Oh, my God, he has called her pretty twice this week.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no,
I'm just
Jeffrey.
saying.
That's a circle.
The realization is setting in.
Some people may be okay. Definitely not with your hairstylist, though. That needs to be off limits.
Well, and especially when he's shooing her out the door as soon as he gets there.
Exactly.
And also, you see your hairstylist a lot.
Yeah, and that's why our listener Julia has reached out because she caught her husband flirting and laughing with the pretty woman cutting his hair, sent up some red flags for her, so she wants to confront him about it, but doesn't want to get too weird and defensive. So before we call Harry, Jose, what's your advice for her?
I feel like the way to disarm him is to give the stylist a compliment first.
Okay.
You guys start talking and you're like, by the way, your barber is super cute, honey. I mean, if I was you, I wouldn't have even came home.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Then you just gauge his reaction.
What do you think, Julia? Are you able to give the hairstylist a compliment?
I'm just trying to figure out like how I would have to work it into the conversation since it was like 2 weeks ago.
A little late.
See,
Oh, so to just
Brooke,
bring
what do
it
you
up.
think?
See, that's the way. Okay, because the thing is if you accuse him, it's just not going to go well. I think you say, oh my God, it's been bugging me for 2 weeks. Your hairstylist looks so familiar and I couldn't place it. And I remember I know her.
Whoa.
Where do you know her from?
Could be anywhere.
We're in a book club. We do wine together.
Book club?
Do
You
you guys
don't
have
do
kids
book-
yet? Like, you could name anything, honestly. Because if he freaks out that you have a connection to her, That's not a good sign.
Oh, because if there is cheating, then
Yes.
Brooke is smart.
Brooke does have the best lies to her significant
That was
others. Out of anybody that I know,
Really conniving,
she
Brooke.
knows how to twist the truth.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Is that helpful to you, Julia? Are you comfortable lying to your husband right now?
But what if it's perfectly normal and he's like wants to know where I know her from and like tries to follow through on that?
But it's good if it's perfectly normal. I mean, sure, you look like kind of a controlling, jealous woman.
You just pretend you were confused. You thought you knew her.
All you have to do is tell a man, you're just so hot, it's hard for me to imagine that not all women want
Cut
you.
it out.
Well, Julia, that's our best advice for you. Take whatever you want from it, but I'm dialing your husband, Harry, right now. I'm going to let you make your Awkward Tuesday phone call, okay?
Hello?
Hey, babe.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
I didn't recognize the number. Where are you calling
yeah.
from?
Yeah, sorry. No, I'm just I'm at work and I just had a question for you. I was been thinking about it and it just keeps slipping my mind. So I wanted to run it by you while it was in my head.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So a couple weeks ago when I took you to the salon to get your hair cut, your stylist was so nice. Like she seemed really, really outgoing and personable. And I'm looking for a new stylist. And so I was kind of curious if you know if she's taking new clients. Okay.
Why don't you already have a stylist?
Well, the last couple of times that I was with Jasmine, I don't know. I just felt like she kind of fried my hair a little bit with the color, and I talked to her about it, and she kind of got annoyed at me, and it feels weird. And so I didn't know if maybe you'd want to give me a referral.
Yeah. I think she mentioned she's like totally booked up. Like I barely get into there. So like, I don't know. I'd have to talk to her. It might be a stretch to get you in, to be honest with you.
Cool. Okay. Well, that brings up another point that I guess I need to get to. When I dropped you off, I didn't actually leave the salon. I just kind of like opened the door and then I like stayed and hung out and I heard the two of you talking and it was a lot of flirting and giggling and
You stayed?
Sure.
I thought you said you were going to get groceries.
I did.
You said you were going to get the mac and cheese.
I did, but you were acting weird.
Good.
Like you didn't want me to drop you off, and then you didn't want me to come in, and then when she came up, you were like trying to shoo me out the door, and I was just feeling really.
Well, I just know you're busy. I just know you're really busy. I don't want you to stress out.
That's not what it felt like. It really felt like you were trying to get rid of me, and like you didn't want me there, and that just flew up some red flags. And so I felt like I needed to stay and just see what was going on. And I mean, is there something going on? Is there something that you need to tell me?
No, I mean, what'd you hear?
I could hear you laughing. I mean, she would say something and you were like, oh, you're so funny. I mean, it was weird. It's not the way you laugh when we talk. I'd never heard it. And it just, I don't know. It was just a weird energy. And she was so flirty. And so.
Okay, but I got a confession. I wanted to keep it from you, but I'm trying to get this 10% discount from her. And the only way is that if she thinks like I'm into her. So like, but it's really for you. It's really for us.
Wait, what? How does that work?
Well, I just tell her I'm single, just so she thinks that she has a reason to give me the discount. That's it.
What?
No big deal.
So she just gives discounts to single guys that she likes?
Yeah.
Wait, so how does she even believe that you're single, though? Because I walked in with you.
Yeah, I mean, she asked about you and everything, but I just told her you were my aunt.
You're what?
Aunt.
Not even sister?
Oh, God.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Who are those people? What's going on?
Oh my God.
Those
Am
people.
I being punked or
I
something?
didn't know we were
No.
dealing with an idiot.
Well, yeah. Hey, Harry, man.
Dummy.
Bro.
Need to let you know that you're on the radio right now with a show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. This is called Awkward Tuesday Phone Call.
Oh, my
And
God.
Julia listens to us and asks for help today because she saw that interaction between you and your hairstylist.
Which she
and-
obviously read right. You were flirting with her.
But not,
Yeah, bro.
it's not genuine flirting.
No,
There's
no,
nobody
no.
that gives
Believe
10% discounts
Yeah.
for single hot guys. That doesn't exist.
I don't know. I could get behind that. What's this hairstylist place that you go to, Harry? Because I could lay that on.
I'll tell you about it later. Hey, we'll get off the phone. I'll tell you about it.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
You got the hookup.
Will you believe him, Jeff?
It doesn't really matter what I believe. It's what Julia. This is her,
Yeah.
marriage.
Julia, do you believe him? A 10% hot guy discount?
I do believe him. He's not
Really?
he's not a liar. He doesn't lie to me. I mean, I think he's very truthful. I think it's stupid, and I think it's really insensitive.
Wait, stupid on his part or stupid on the hairstylist part?
Well, it is a bad business choice for her.
Yeah, both.
Babe, like I said before, this is a discount that I'm getting for you and I. Look, I admit I probably should have told you about it. That's my fault. Okay, that's my bad.
You think?
But I promise I'm not up to anything foolish or adultery-ish or anything like that.
Adultery-ish.
You have no romantic interest in actually getting together with the stylist.
No.
Would you rather just pay the 10% and have
yes.
him stop flirting?
No, I
Thank
would.
you,
No,
Alexis.
absolutely not.
How would you
The
feel?
economy
How
is
would you
tough these
feel
days.
if
I'm
I
getting
was-
my 10%.
Harry, your wife is clearly uncomfortable with this interaction. No matter how much money it saves, she doesn't like it. So, Julia, what would you like to see Harry do going forward? Yeah, I mean,
that was almost marriage counselor-ish.
Yeah,
Jeff, I
mean,
like that.
the
I like that.
It's kind of like, what do you want from him at this point?
Well, I would say at the very least is to be honest with her.
You don't want him to switch stylists. You're cool with him still going to her.
That is a good
I'm just
question.
not down with the dishonesty and like where that leads. I mean, how would you feel if I wore a miniskirt to the dentist to try to get a discount?
Dude, and
what the heck?
I'd actually believe a dentist giving discounts to a hot single lady. Those guys are skeezy, man.
I don't need any more laughing gas. Anyway.
Well, I have a dentist appointment.
It's a
Harry,
good
Harry,
question.
are you comfortable? Are you able to change ever so slightly to make your wife happy?
Yes, I will definitely accommodate.
All right.
Oh, that's a
And
good
Okay.
answer, Harry.
That's a
good
good husband.
job.
Right
Wow,
there.
okay, women can change a man. I didn't realize that.
Look at us.
So he's changing. He's
I
just
think
not
he just got
flirting
caught.
with the hairstylist.
Got away
Baby
with
steps,
it.
Or
okay?
calling Julia his aunt.
All right, you're
Which, by the way, was so
Yeah,
insulting.
why are we not talking about that?
All right, well, you know what? I think we're in a better place now than we were when we started this phone call.
Barely.
So good luck to you two. Your marriage sounds perfect.
Yay.
Thank you.
All right.